What we have to do is we have to realize that every person is unique. Anybody here done the Enneagram before? So everybody's done the Enneagram, more or less.
As a course or as a tool?
As a tool or understands it. Yeah? Well, what I'd like to do, I just want to take you guys through the quick high levels of Enneagram, and then I want to show you a model that I've created for myself. 4 types of millennials you'll find in work and how to engage with them. Is that all right? Okay, but we're going to see how much you guys have retained from your Enneagram training. So you guys are on the spot now. I'm the teacher.
Vicky and I are up for it.
Yeah, but you guys have done it a lot, eh? We must give everybody a chance, because you guys might be... Anyway, so what is a personality? Let's start there. What's a personality?
It's the way you come up.
Yeah?
Like, so everybody can pick up which one personality in this whole picking. It's the way you come up as a person.
Yeah. It's the way you come across, 100%, 100%. What else?
It's a result of nature and nurture.
What your genetics are and how you were raised, 100%. One more.
Range patterns and behaviors.
Mm,
There's always opinions, emotions, and how they come across.
100%. Would you guys be surprised if I said that a personality is actually a defense mechanism? Hey, because what happens is you're obviously in your mom's stomach and life is a great place, very safe. Then you come out into the real world and you experience this thing we call pain. And your nervous system shocks and you're like, what the hell was that? I don't want to feel that again. And you create a barrier to it. So let's say that you're in grade 2 and you go up to your best friend and you say, Pat, don't tell anyone, okay? But I really like Simone. Please keep it between us. You know, she's got that thing that I like, but don't tell anyone. And you're walking through school and 20 minutes later, you overhear Hans and Gerry talking about how much Lawrence likes Simone. And eventually the whole school knows about how much I like Simone. And I feel that feeling of having trusted somebody and I associate pain to it. And I say, I can't. And you create a defense mechanism, you create a barrier, and that's when you become somebody that's quite skeptical. Does that make sense? You guys with me?
Just a question.
Yes, Rita.
I do understand that personality disorders, those are a result of kind of coping strategies or defense mechanisms having sort of hardened into a pattern over time, because the pattern gets to work better than being your authentic self in interaction with the world. So my understanding of the Enneagram is not that it is based on dysfunctionality, but it's actually based on functional personalities.
So in the Enneagram, every style of operating has gifts that they bring to the world and a shadow side.
Okay.
They have a need and they have an area of avoidance.
Yeah. So the way we come across is because of the thing we're trying to avoid. I come across as a skeptic because I'm avoiding trust, because I've associated pain to trust.
So in terms of Erickson's model, there might be tasks that hadn't been completed and fulfilled in certain stages, and then that can become a factor of personality. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's very much to what Sundra was saying, nurture versus nature. So our nurture is how have we been grown up. Does that make sense? So let's quickly go through the 9, and we can talk about how do they come across and what do they avoid. And then we're going to go into the 4 styles of millennials that we'll find in the corporate space. So the number 1, which one is the 1? What is the name of the 1? Come on, Pat, help us out. The perfectionist, right? The person that came home after school and said, Mom, look, I got 90% on my maths test. And the mom says, where's the other 10%? And so they grow up believing that in order to be loved, I have to be perfect. So they come across as perfect, never making a mistake, because what they're avoiding in life is to be criticized. So it's not a dysfunctional thing, but some people avoid criticism more than others. And it's just based on the association they made when they were younger. You with me? The 2, what's the 2 called?
Helper.
The helper. Look at you, Rita, nice one. The helper. Yes, so the helper, how does the helper come across?
Supportive, warm,
Rescuing, yeah.
and insecure, probably dysfunctional. Needing to be loved.
Needed love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, everybody's got that, let's be honest. But the two's maybe a little bit more extreme. And I can talk about the two because I know the two quite well. I am a two. And my growing up, it was my two older sisters who used to fight so much. My parents wanted to take them to military school. And I saw how much problems they had with those kids that I said to my mom, or I said to myself, if I just stay in the corner here, if I don't make it about myself, my parents have already so much to deal with. It's not about me. And subconsciously I started to believe that in order to be loved, I must not make it about myself. So I make it about everybody else. So we're avoiding our own needs, which is dangerous. These are the guys that are probably the most likely to become manipulative. Because they're trying to get their needs met, but they don't say, Willie, I need you to be nice to me. They'll manipulate you into getting their needs met. Very good with people. The three, what is the three known as? The achiever. And how does the achiever come across? Winning.
Winning is everything.
I like to use Usain Bolt as my example. Because Usain Bolt, when he gets in front of the camera, what does he do? Hey, he wants to stand out. It's me. I'm the success. Never once does he go to his other Jamaican friends and says, come guys, we won together. It's our country. Come, let's all do our move. No. It's his move. It's his success. So, achiever avoiding failure. Everything is about success and being the best. The four, what is the four called?
That's the artistic. Individual.
The individualist. Now the individualist. These are the kind of people that they have the audacity, the absolute audacity to wear a maroon suit to a conference. While videoing it, it's like the cheek of it, hey? And then they bring a cheesy book of the cover of their book. I mean, it's just, these are the kind of people that need to stand out, need to express themselves emotionally, creatively. So they are the individualists avoiding meaninglessness. Pat, you want to maybe just give us a quick explanation of your CEO that you're working with? That's a four. What's he like?
It's absolutely about standing out in a different, special way, but also continuously comparing yourself with other people and finding yourself lesser, which can actually lead to depression.
Yeah.
So almost bipolar in sometimes everyone understands how special I am, everyone gets me, and at other times feeling nobody understands me.
They often feel like adopted in their family. They always feel misunderstood.
Yes, that absolutely.
Which is exhausting for a lot of us.
Sometimes they grow up thinking, yes, I should have been a princess. I don't know why my parents took me away from that.
Was that your story,
No,
Pat?
no. That's Jean.
Jean, yes, Jean. Okay, so we've got here, and if you can just quickly see, there's the red section, the green section, and the blue section. The green section is your image center. It's how you want to be seen by the world, either as the helpful, caring 2, the successful, attractive 3, or the unique and special 4. So you guys would all have one dominant style between those 3. If we're looking at the blue side, that is your thinking or your fear center. Now the 5 is known as your investigator. And what they're avoiding in life is inadequacy. So what the investigator does, which is super interesting, is they will go and research this pen to the nth degree. They'll know where it was made, how it was made, how much it weighs, how the paint was put on there, how the ink was taken from the ground, how it was transported to my location. And the reason is because they want to be the expert in this pen. Okay. Because when they find themselves in a social interaction and this pen comes up, is there any question you could ask me that will make me feel less than you? Because I know it all. Does that make sense? And they tend to avoid conversations of anything else other than the pen because they are fearing inadequacy. The 6 the loyalist, or sometimes called the skeptic. So when you say to them, Refiwe, you look beautiful today, the 6 is thinking, why is she being so nice to me? What do you want? Hey, what is this game you're playing? Refiwe, I don't think I can trust you.
All at once and now.
Hey? What did you say, Hans?
All at once now.
Yeah. All at once now, yeah. And then the 7 is the playful enthusiast. I like to use the example of Richard Branson. Big picture thinker. He just wants to do everything. You know, the big picture thinker, they wouldn't think, I want to go and create a mom and pop shoe store in my community. No. They want to make sure that every single African is born with shoes. You know, they don't want to just start a small dance class. They want to go to Argentina, learn the best salsa practice, and then bring it back to South Africa and create a community of salsa dancers. They think very big. So, you're either detail orientated, like the 5, risk averse, like the 6, or big picture visionary, like the 7. And then we go to the top part, which is the anger center. The 8 is known as the challenger. The challenger. Gerry, you know, it's very rude that you just write and you never look at me while I'm speaking. And why is your name tag there and not on your pocket? And then you've got your jersey on. I think that's rude. I'm wearing my blazer. Can't you wear yours?
I forgot my maroon one.
No, Gerry, this is not good enough. You forgot your maroon one. Okay, so that was a little example of a challenger, somebody who's willing to openly challenge people in front of an audience. For them, conflict isn't a bad thing. Conflict is their way of communicating. A very good example of a challenger is Julius Malema.
Yeah.
If we look at him at the Sonar, not afraid to challenge the president, who, you know, president is, regardless of what he does, you tend to respect your president, but a challenger is not scared to challenge whoever it is. And 9, the peacemaker. When things go wrong, I disappear. So you're either, when things go wrong, you're either like the 8 and you blame others, your anger gets expressed outwards, you internalize your anger and make it disappear. Well, it doesn't disappear, it just gets suppressed. Or you blame yourself like the overcritical one. So can you guys see yourselves in here? Now why I show you this is because yes, millennials are different. But every millennial's got this personality framework as well. Every baby boomer, every Gen X, every Gen Y, every Gen Z. And I think we've got to get out of the mentality of trying to box these millennials into a certain subsection and realize they're humans. Yes, we've got this technology thing that has changed the way we see the world and how we act and what we expect. But ultimately, we all have the need for love. Because that's what this is. All of this is about love. The perfectionist believes that in order to be loved, I have to be perfect. We all just want love. Does that make sense? You guys with me?
It made me realize how sometimes we can do that. How sometimes we can look at the present moment and try and compare it to our past experiences. So let's say you've found a new girl or a new boy and you're really excited about this relationship. And as you start getting to know